So Sarah's going to give an update on the work of New City Kids, and then Matt and the other Sarah, they're going to talk in very, very specific terms through an interview about how New City Kids is working with specific young people. So I'm going to hand over to these guys. Take as long as you need to tell us about the work.
Watch out.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Thanks.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Great. Thanks. Thank you, Pluckemin, for having us this morning. We're so excited to be here. My name is Sarah Carter. I'm the Executive Director of New City Kids, and it's a pleasure to be back with you. You guys don't need, many of you don't need an explanation of who New City Kids is because you've been with us and supporting us since the beginning. But for those of you that don't know New City Kids, let me just give a brief overview of who we are. We are a ministry that started in Jersey City by the Rubings, and we've been operating in Jersey City for the last 27 years. We run after-school programming that focuses on academics and music, and our teen leaders are the ones that run our after-school programming. So they teach our music lessons, they tutor our kids, they make it happen, and they are the leaders for our younger kids. And that is the magic of New City Kids. So while we provide amazing after-school programming, our teen leaders really are the ones that are growing and learning and leading in their communities. So over the past 27 years, the Rubings began a work in Jersey City that now has 2 active after-school center sites, employs about 85 teens, and has planted other sites in Paterson, New Jersey, where we just opened our 2nd after-school center site there, and in Grand Rapids, and in Detroit, which we just opened. So we've been growing. The Lord has blessed us. And in New Jersey, in total, we serve over 210 kids every day through our after-school programming. And we also employ over 135 teenagers that run our after-school programs. And the Lord is doing a great work, especially after this past 18 months. It's been so crucial to be doing this ministry, to be in the lives of young kids and their families and our teens, and watching them really survive, but also thrive this past year, these past 2 years, really. So that's a little update about who we are. I'm going to hand it over to Matt for the interview with Sarah, and then I will close us with a little bit about how we can continue to partner together and how you all can continue to be involved in this work. So let me hand it over to Matt.
Hello, everybody, brothers and sisters. Good morning. I'm going to do just a short interview with Sarah here, the other Sarah, and because I just want you to hear just the heart and someone who's got their boots to the ground. And so we're just going to ask a few questions, and we'll take it from there, okay? So, Sarah, I know you've just started a couple months ago, or I should say 5 months ago now, but how'd you get involved with New City Kids?
All right, so I actually got involved with New City Kids through my friend Jemiah. She's also on worship team. She's not with us today, where she was, but she invited me to one of New City's events. We had it actually recently, but we have it every year, and it's like a little celebration. We have small groups, so it's a celebration of small groups. And I remember a worship team, Dom's worship team actually, was performing, and I was there, I was dancing along. I did not know the dances, I will be honest, but I was, doing my little 2-step along. And I remember just feeling the grace of God, and I never felt so welcomed by a community that I had just stepped into. I remember there was this moment where Jemiah, she turned to me and she was like, "Sarah, you fit in a little too well." And I'm like, "Yeah, I agree." So the next year comes around, and my mom, she lost her job during the pandemic, and I wanted to at least support my family a little bit. So I decided to maybe try to get a job, and it was perfect timing because New City was hiring. So I tried out, and here I am.
That's great. And so obviously, just hearing your story, what does New City Kids mean to you so far, now that you are in it and you actually are working?
So I was going to say that New City is like a home, but to be honest, it's more than that. It's the thing that you wake up to and you're like, oh, today, I'm a little tired, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I'm looking forward to going, seeing my kids, seeing my friends, seeing worship team, seeing the other teens, seeing all the adult staff that I'm actually really close to. So it's really just my passion. I have a passion for music, and to be able to inspire the next generation to do that, it's just amazing.
Yes, and actually, really quick on that, what grade do you teach? You obviously do the piano.
Oh, I do play piano, but I teach mostly bass, and a couple times I've taught piano, but I teach grades 1 to 8. So it's a very large range of kids, but I think I have about, let's say like 12 to 20 kids that I teach. It's great.
So for those who may not know, what is the Teen Life Internship, the role that you actually were hired for?
Ooh, so the Teen Life Internship, basically we have a lot of teens try out, they do a little role play like teaching, and they hire teens in order to teach in our after school center. So we have music teens like us, we teach instruments, so drums, bass, and keyboard, but we also have tutors as well, and there's a lot of benefits, other than getting paid, of course. We get career help, we get college help, we have mentors, and it's like a really large community that we feel really supported in, and it's awesome.
So last question. What is your biggest takeaway so far that you would say that you've had so far at New City Kids?
This is like my favorite question. I would say I took away something maybe not a lot of people would say, but a life lesson. And it's about empathy. I think that empathy in our world is very underrated, especially in terms of leadership. When we think leadership in the world, we think of like dominant people that like take charge and tell people what to do. But I think that empathy is something that the Lord taught us, but also that we should just apply to our everyday lives, because you need empathy to work with kids, obviously. But I think that they apply that to leadership as well, understanding that, maybe this kid doesn't know something that they should know for their age, but we went through a pandemic, especially during these times. We need to understand that people are living their own lives, they have their own struggle. And I think that I'm gonna take that throughout my life, in leadership, in my job, interacting with my friends, and even people that, you don't get along with. I think you need empathy for everything. So that's my number one takeaway.
Well, church, thank you. That's our own heart, so you can hear about New City Kids and the work that we're doing, and also what it's producing in a young lady here. She's a junior, so she's going to be leaving us soon. She's going to be going on college tours and getting ready to pick what school she wants to go to and things like that. And so we're so thankful to have her, and we're thankful for you guys having us this morning, okay? Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. That was amazing. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Matt. Go ahead. So let me just talk about how we can continue to partner together. First, I just want to say that New City Kids was a ministry, again, started by the Rubings, and we've grown, God has done amazing things, but we have never done this work alone, ever. It's not about us. It's always been about the community that has surrounded and partnered with New City Kids and made this happen. And so, Pluckemin, this has been an extension of your legacy, of your mission in the world, of God working through you in places that may be a little far, but are very close, and especially close to God's heart. So we want to continue to invite you to come and work with us, to work with our teens in serving younger kids. There are lots of ways to get involved. There are ways to come and help in the after school centers. There are ways to help with our Teen Life Internship and college readiness programs. And Matt actually has been hard at work to really gather our volunteer community and make that a great experience. And we have an online platform. It's kind of like, Matt tells me that it's like the Netflix of volunteer platforms. So you could go on, you could choose, you could see what's going on with New City Kids. What are the different volunteer experiences? And you could say, hey, could I do that? Can I sign up for that? And you can make it all happen online, which obviously we're all used to being online all the time now. So we're going to send all that information. We'd love for you guys to just really see what does this year look like? This new year, what does partnership look like? What does volunteering look like? And to come and join us. I promise you, your life will be changed as you serve other people. And we are a family, and we love to partner with the wider community of God as we do this work. And one last thing, because I like to say it everywhere I go, this is the time now to invest in young people's lives. They've gotten a really hard deal over the last 2 years. Can we just say amen to that? They lost graduations. They lost the little ones lost crucial time in school to be socialized, to be around people, or be around people that love them. Teens lost so much during their high school years to get ready for college, and they're struggling to get back on track, to catch up, and we need to be supportive and pouring all that we can into the next generation to help them recover what has been lost. And so there's never been a better time to really invest in the lives of young people than right now. And New City Kids is just a great way to do that. And we're so thankful that you guys partner with us in this ministry. So thanks so much, Pastor.